Hello, beautiful goddesses. Hello, and welcome to this week's holistic guidance. I'm excited about this week's talk because we are changing things up. So we've been doing the same thing for about 6 months, and I was really feeling that it would be a great time to change things up because when things are too much the same, sometimes they become a little bit expected, and sometimes when things are too expected they become less motivating and less inspiring, and I don't want that at all. So we are changing it up as of today. So if you're jumping on live, say hello so I can hold space for you, and if you're catching the replay, jot it down in the comments, replay. And we have a great topic today. I'm excited about this topic. I'm excited about the changes. I'm excited about the new moon in Cancer that is coming up. What day are we today? We're Wednesday. It's coming up Thursday night in Eastern Daylight Time. It's like 9:15 or something like that. Hello, Goddess Diane. It's nice for you to join in. I'm happy to have you here. We're going to bring in some sisterly connection and energy. And as we wait for everyone to jump in that wants to be part of this live, let's do just a quick little activity together, and this one is really to get powerfully connected so the polarity in your body is really aligned. So you're going to use both hands. You're going to use your middle fingers, right? And the first one, ideally the right hand, you're going to put it either right in your belly button or right above your belly button. And the other one, you're going to put it on your third eye right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull up and breathe in through the nose and release and breathe out through the mouth. And we're going to do that a couple of times. So ideally, you're either doing it standing up or I'm going to do it sitting down. You can absolutely do that. Just make sure that your feet are flat. And we're going to do that as we wait for everyone to jump on that wants to be part of this live. So go ahead, one hand right above the belly button or in the belly button, right? And one finger right here. And let's go ahead and breathe in through the nose and release. And when you breathe in, you need to push in and pull up. Let's do it again. Breathe in and breathe out through the mouth. Let me turn sideways so you can really see it. Breathe in and out. Let's go again, one more time. Release, one more time. And release. Yeah, how does that feel? Did you enjoy that? Can you feel the shift in your body, in your energy, just doing that? So it's a simple hookup. It really aligns the meridians and allows the polarity of the body to flow well. So it brings calmness and well-being. Really, really simple. So holistic guidance is all about aligning and exchanging on to really bring in blissful health and soul connection during the menopausal years. So during perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, wherever you're at, that is the goal. So if you're new to me, welcome. My name's Isabelle, and I am a certified naturopath and a holistic life coach for midlife women. And I also use NLP, Akashic records, and timeline therapy. And the goal of all that is really so you can learn some tools and feel calm and empowered and healthy and strong and confident and abundant. My puppy is acting up. He's like, yeah, let's do it. All right, so let's jump in our conversation today. Today we are talking about going beyond the symptoms, right? So I got a question for you, and I'm going to ask you to write it down in the comments. And even if you're catching the replay, I want you to write this down in the comments. So have you ever noticed that whatever happens in your life, it seems to come around more than once, right? So sometimes the subject will come around more than once. Does that happen to you? And if it does, you can either give me a thumbs up, some hearts, you can put yes in the comments, and I'd like to know what it is that comes up for you. So I know I have my own stuff that comes up for me, and of course, one that comes up regularly is health, right? Health in all its forms for me, because I am so in it, and it makes sense that I would have it come up regularly. So health, sometimes feeling like tons of energy and I want to go out running, and sometimes my body is feeling whew. And anything about health, it comes up regularly. And there are some other things that for me in my personal life that just kind of rotates. So it's not that we're not doing the work. It's kind of an up spiral, right? People say sometimes we can spiral down. We can absolutely spiral up, right? So if you have some of those coming up, jot them in the comments. Even if you're catching the replay, I really want to know what they are. What about symptoms, right? Do you have symptoms that manifest themselves over and over again? So like you peel off a layer and you do the work, and then you're feeling better, either physically or emotionally, even your mindset, even mentally. But then these symptoms seem to come back. Sometimes they're the same. Sometimes they're not quite the same, right? But they're kind of in the same realm. Does that ever happen to you? Let me know if that happens to you, and which kind of symptoms happen. Jot them down in the comments so I can see, and I can support you on that. Now, in traditional Chinese medicine, the way I learned natural therapy a long time ago, we always go to the root cause. So I want you in your mind to picture the 5 elements, right? So up here, we would have, and I'm going to go according to what I see on the screen so it makes more sense. Actually, I'm going to go as I see them so I don't get mixed up. That's a better idea. So we have fire, right? We have earth, we have metal, we have water, and we have air. Now within these 5 elements, right, we also have arrows going around, right? They go one after the other. Now, please bear in mind that it might be the other way around when it's in front of you. I just want to make sure that you're understanding the deeper reasoning behind that. Then, inside these 5 elements, I have arrows also, all right? So let me give you an example. So earth element, which is here. And in earth element, for example, we have the organ, the stomach, right? It is in the earth element. Now, if you are having symptoms, I gotta call my puppy. Okay, if you're having symptoms in the earth element, it is not the cause, right? And if you work on the stomach symptoms, the symptoms are going to come back and come back and come back because you need to go to the root. Now, the root is across from the air element, right? So there are different things that you're going to want to look into in the air element to make sure that you are addressing it in the cause. Does that make sense? So let me give you an example. Okay, I got to grab him because he's being just a big baby. There we go. So today we get a live with my doggy and symptoms and traditional Chinese medicine. Okay. So, for example, let's say that your ceiling in the house is dripping, right? So water is coming down. Now, that's the symptom, but it's not the cause. So yes, you can put like a pail of water underneath and you can tap it dry and all that. But if you don't get to the root cause of that leak, meaning if you don't go on top of the house and look where the water's coming from, there will be more water coming in, there will be more damage created, and even if it stops raining and now it's beautiful sunshine outside, so there's no more leaking in the house, if you don't address this at the root cause, then you can create much more damage in your house and it will be an ongoing thing. So even though you put in, for example, antibiotics or, pharmaceuticals of some kind, if you didn't go beyond that, you didn't go to the root cause, if you didn't go to the root cause, then automatically it's still there, right? And it will manifest itself again and again and again. Is that making sense to you? Now, Diane says, health, telling me to take a moment for myself. Yes, exactly. So important. So when, all right, so let me continue with this idea. I want to make sure that it is clear and understandable for you. It is not always an easy thing to go to the root cause, regardless if it is due to health reasons or if it's psychosomatic, right? And we all know that health issues will not manifest themselves if they haven't first been kind of planted or seeded by thought. All right, now follow me with this. Okay, puppy, you feeling better? Let's go. You go on the floor now. All right, so, okay, I'm going to come back to this afterwards. Where am I? Yes. All right, so we go from thought. So one thought, right, becomes many, many thoughts. Many, many thoughts become an emotion, right? And sometimes you will have just one thought and right away it creates an emotion. You think of something happy, you feel great. You think of something stressful, it really is bothersome, right? So definitely your thoughts will influence your emotions. And when there's enough thought and enough powerful emotions in there, then you just start creating a belief. And when you have a belief, you start manifesting it. Now, some of these three things, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, are easy to find because they're at the conscious level. And some are not so easy to find because they're at the unconscious level. And this is when you'll find that there are physical manifestations in your body or in your life. Now, sometimes you can have like a huge shock in your life, and like we've all seen it. Someone will have like huge stressful news, and then a few days later, maybe even a few weeks later, they're going to get sick, right? It was just a lot, and there was thoughts, emotions, and there's a whole bunch of stuff mixed in there, and the body just reacted to that, right? Now, sometimes it can go a little bit deeper. So what I am saying is, if you can travel this way, you can travel this way, right? Does it make sense? And if you can travel down spiral, you can travel up spiral, right? Right? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So, this is what I am suggesting. And like I said, I'm kind of all over the place, but That's okay. I told you that there would be changes. And so these are the kind of changes that we're going to be implementing. So for the first 6 weeks of 2021, I have been doing lives, weekly holistic guidances, live every week, right? And some of you join, some of you catch the replay, some of you watch it on my YouTube channel, all sorts of options, right? We're changing it up. We're changing it up to get more momentum, more energy, and more of you all participating. And I like that. I like it a lot because it is one thing to listen, to hear, and then to release. It is a whole different ball game to listen, to take it in, and to do, right? Aligned action. Now, your health belongs to you. Your energy belongs to you. Your life belongs to you. So that means the person that can have the most influence in your life is you. So this being said, for the next 6 months in this year, what we're going to do is I am going to do one holistic guidance a month, every 4 weeks. Between the holistic guidances, we're going to do some card pulls, some readings, some health activities, some holistic health support, some alignment with moon energy, and help you connect to divine feminine, and all of that for you, the goddess in midlife, right? And during that month, you'll be able to implement, physically do stuff, and we're going to hold that theme for the entire month. So card pulls are going to be about that. Readings are going to be about that. Lives, spontaneous lives, anything is going to be about that, because I want you to also learn to take care of your health, to really anchor in healing modalities, right? So we're going to do it this way. And this is what really has come through, what has been channeled, what wants to manifest, because I want to be there to support you, and I want you, now puppy shed it all over. I want you to be able to feel strong with tools in your hands and in your toolbox to help you get from one layer to the next layer, right? To be able to go up the spiral. All right, so backtracking. We were talking about things that come round and round and the root cause, right? So if you're just jumping on now, you can finish listening, but I do suggest to go back to the beginning, because we did some energy connection at the beginning, and we talked about traditional Chinese medicine and how the cause will bring the symptom to light, and how to really focus on the cause and not the symptom, right? So, soul work, not homework, soul work. So, what I want you to do, right? Now, if you have posted in the comments what seems to come around and around and around for you, right? We're also going to travel up the spiral. And one of those ways is with affirmations, right? Remember what I was saying? A thought, and then an emotion, and then a belief, and then a manifestation. So we're going to try it on the positive end. We're going to start with a positive affirmation. I'm going to give you some guided affirmations that came through, but I want you to match what symptoms seem to circle back for you, okay? And I want you to match an affirmation with that. That is your soul work. How do you create an affirmation? So an affirmation can be a word, or it can be a sound, or it can be a sentence. You don't want a sentence that's this long because then that becomes difficult to remember, right? You want something nice and simple. So you want it in the first person. You want it positive, nothing like I will not. No, I will, I am, I'm, something like that is perfect, okay? And then the positive outcome that you want. You're going to first write the affirmation. Then you're going to memorize the affirmation. Then you're going to say your affirmation regularly. And the most important part, you're going to make sure that you're feeling great. Okay, so you need to feel great before. Put yourself in a yummy, yummy, yummy state. Then start saying your affirmation. And you're going to go and do this regularly. So when it circles back, it's just going to go whoop, 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 right? It's not going to go and then stay there with issues, okay? So Diane, you were telling me about health. So you can stay very general, or if there's something specific in your health that keeps reoccurring, then you're going to want to really knuckle down and really find your specific affirmation. If it's general health or general energy or general well-being, you can keep your affirmation general. Okay, so let me give you a few. I feel more and more energetic every day. So if your thing is not enough energy and regularly it just kind of circles back, you do exercise, you eat well, and then you just kind of flatline and feel like you have no energy. So this could be a really good one, right? Again, it's very general because it's not, I didn't create it for someone specific, but you could add, I feel more and more energetic. And then maybe it's when I get up in the morning or throughout my day, or you get the picture, right? You understand what I'm sharing? Okay. Another one. I mindfully choose foods that are healthy for me. I mindfully choose foods that are healthy for me. Right? So if you're struggling with diet, if you keep and when I say diet, I'm not talking about a protocol. I'm talking about eating healthy, right? So you want to retrain your brain to make healthy choices. How about I participate or I partake in really fun social activities every week. I partake in really fun social activities every week. So if your thing that keeps spiraling back is feeling isolated, then maybe really anchoring in social activities. And I don't want to hear, yeah, but I'm shy, or when I come back, I'm tired. Those are excuses. So your affirmation will help kind of disintegrate those old beliefs, right? Of course, if you have old beliefs that are holding you back, I'm too tired when I finish work, or it's far, or I don't know anyone, or these are old beliefs keeping you anchored in the old thoughts, right? And the symptom is feeling isolated, but the cause are these old beliefs. So we want to put in these new affirmations. All right. So you can pick one of these three. I just did like 3 that felt like they resonated with this group, or choose your own. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? Let me know if this makes sense. Now, I've gone ahead and I created something special because there is all this change happening and I'm really loving it. So I'm opening up the doors to private intuitive oracle readings in the Akashic Field, right? So these are going to be half an hour readings, and I'm just about all set up, but it seems like my agenda is already full. All right, so I'm going to put you on the waiting list. I'm going to share a waiting list up on top. When I finish this live, I'm going to put it up on top. Now, I would be so grateful if you shared the link with as many people as you can. I would love that, and I would be really grateful. And if you're like, I really want a reading now, you can absolutely book it. If you don't find a time that is convenient, like I said, my agenda is pretty full, but I really needed to get it out there, so I did. Just text me or send me a note, and we'll find you a time. We'll squeeze you in somewhere, and we'll find you a time that is convenient for you. All right, I'm always super easy to be reached. And if you're feeling, now these oracle readings, I use cards, but oftentimes in the Akashic Field, I don't even have time to pull the cards. The questions are being answered, right? So, and they're going to be done live over a platform. So once you've registered and done all that stuff, then we're going to set up a time where we can do it, and you can ask questions, and I can really focus in on your energy. So I'm super excited about that. Yay! And I'm putting it out there. And yes, if you feel that this would be a great way to really dive into health, we can also do that. But I am not going to do any health readings unless it's coming through, right? And I will know as soon as we connect, and I will let you know. If it is not coming through, I will tell you. I'll tell you, and I'll tell you beforehand, so you can choose if you want your reading still or not, because sometimes health-wise, other stuff can be more important than a reading. However, if you do want a reading for other things, even for health, and it is coming through for you, it'll be my pleasure to do that for you. All right, goddesses, that's it. I am so good at staying on time. My focus is always half an hour, and we got it. So, beautiful goddesses, these are your takeaways, right? Our oracle, our holistic guidance are going from every week to every 4 weeks, because we're implementing work. It is your time. The next 6 months, we've done 6 months of weeklies. Now the next 6 months are about implementing. Other takeaway, it's not about the symptom. It's about the root cause, and that's where we're going to make some beautiful, powerful changes. Third takeaway, let's start by affirmations to kind of dissolve limiting beliefs, right? Takeaway number 4, if you want to go deeper, you need some health support around perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, health issues, even mindfulness, mindset, and emotional issues. Absolutely, we can work on that as well. And last takeaway, I want you to remember that there is now the doors open to the intuitive oracle readings, and I will put the link up on top. All right, that's it. Sending love. Have an amazing day, and I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.